Who ever thought eating Tide Pods was a good idea? Who came up with that dumb idea? Show me that kid. What's up, everyone? How's it going? It's YourEverydayFoodie here, back with another mukbang. And today we have a place called Potbelly, which is obviously a sandwich place, as I have sandwiches in front of me. But I also got a couple other items from there. One is the broccoli cheddar soup, which is my second favorite type of soup. My first is a tomato bisque or tomato basil. Those are my favorite types of soup. This is my second. But then over here, if you can't tell what it is, it's actually mac and cheese. But at this place, you get to add 2 items on there. And so I just went a little crazy with it, and I added chili and bacon on top of that. So I'm super excited to try this out. And I had a little bit of taste of the spoon when I was scooping it into this container, and it is perfect. So let's just dig right in. Okay, so back here is one of their limited items, or like a recent item, which is their Philly cheesesteak with the Kraft cheese whiz on top. So take a look at that. Doesn't that look like there's too much meat in there, which I'm not too pleased about, but the quality and feel of it is on point. Got some peppers in there too, so let's give this a try. I think this is like my second time having this place. It's just quality ingredients, man. Super quality. I do wish they stacked on that cheese whiz a little bit more, because I'm craving that. Like, if I'm asking for a Philly cheesesteak, I want it to like beat me up with some cheese and some meat. You know what I mean? But it's solid for what it is. Destroyed this. Okay. On this side we have the Italian, which is, take a look inside of that. Oops, top just fell down. There we go. Everything's falling, but we got some pickles, lettuce, peppers, pepperoni, I think mortadella, I think that's what it's called, I don't know, mayo, salami, just like what your basic Italian would be, right? So let's give that a try. That is solid. If you ever had Italian sandwiches, there's always a nice little zing to it. Like a sharp, a little bit of a sour note in there that I love. And I think it's from the meat, but also the peppers that are in there too. Okay, let's quickly get into these because there's something I want to discuss with you. Got a little bit of a bone to pick. Not with you, but I'll let you know. So here is what's it called again? broccoli cheddar. Oh, just take a look at how. Can you see that? Oopsies. Okay, we'll let that drop. More flavor. But that is just super creamy. I just love how creamy, cheesy goodness the broccoli cheddars are. I've never had a bad broccoli cheddar before. Guess that's a good thing. Maybe it's just easy to make or what, but that is perfect. All right. So now what I've been waiting to try is this over here. Is that mac and cheese infused with, let me just smooth these things away. Let's give you a nice look at this. Look at that. Bacon, not bacon bits like this, like those fake artificial stuff. This is legit, like diced up bacon, thick cut of bacon with their chili that they make in house. All right, let's go for the bite. Dude. Oh my God. Have you had this if you've been here? Or have you even had like chili in your mac and cheese? I'm pretty sure I've had bacon, but chili in there? Literally, I literally feel like I'm eating what you call it? A chili cheese dog without like the hot dog. That is perfect. Oh, that is perfect. Okay. A little bit more of this, even though I'm eating this with a fork, whatever. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to relax now. That was perfect. How many of you do this? Anytime I have a soup, I always dip it. Doesn't matter what type of soup it is. It's getting dipped. All right. So, what I have to discuss with you, it's, how do I even bring this up? Kids, okay, I still consider myself a child, a kid, or not a child, but like a kid, you know? But teenagers, man, teenagers. It feels weird to be my age and complaining about teenagers because I was a brat back in the day, but these days they're just not the same. They're worse. They're like, okay. So where this is coming from is earlier this week. No, not earlier this week. Over the weekend. Yeah, over the weekend. We had a lot of people in our neighborhood. I don't know if there's some party that's being thrown or something, but had a lot of people there. Cars piled up and everything along the streets. Essentially, the neighborhood was popping. But with that, there's kids roaming around everywhere. So I guess there was a group of kids around like their teenage ages, I'd say maybe freshman, sophomore in high school. In our driveway, we have a basketball hoop. And these kids thought it was a wise idea. This group of 5 kids, that was a wise idea to come into our property and start playing basketball on our hoop. Which is like, okay, fine. Like, you're a kid. I guess it's excusable, which it shouldn't be, but I'll excuse it. So they started playing basketball on there. I didn't know. My mom heard it because she was outside. And then she went to go see what was going on because she's like, I mean, we haven't touched that hoop in forever. And she's like, who's playing on our hoop? Because I'm here. I'm in the house. Who else would be playing on it? So she goes and checks. And it's just these group of kids, these teenager boys, couple on scooters, and other ones just like playing basketball on our hoop. And my mom didn't say anything to them. She was just kind of like, what is going on? Like, why are these kids playing on our hoop? And as soon as they see my mom, they run. They're like, oh my God, like, gotta go, right? Which is fine because you're on someone else's property playing basketball, right? Of course you're gonna run. But they didn't just stop there. They ran away, but then they also started yelling like, a-hole, this and that to my mom. And I'm just like, really? When she told me that, I was like, what? Like, are you sure you heard them correctly? Did they really say that? And my mom, she's like this little Indian lady, like super innocent. Like, you're gonna curse at the person whose house this is while you're running away from using their basketball hoop. Me, I was like, whatever. You know, kids are gonna be kids. Like so wrong of them to be cursing like that. I mean, if you want to use the hoop, like, whatever, you're gonna be dumb about it. And apparently, I guess they're running to other people's houses that also had hoops and were playing on it and just making their way down the street. So, went back to my room. I cracked the window, opened the window up, just so the light shows us to be like, hey, we're home and we're watching kind of thing, you know? So an hour or so passes by. Me, being my addicted self to Amazon, had been waiting for a package to come. And it finally got delivered. So I went outside, picked up my package. And as I was picking up my package, I think I didn't see the boys, but I saw a group of kids coming by like down the street just as I was getting back inside. And so I think when they saw me, they turned around and went a different direction because I didn't see them when I went back upstairs. So I was like, all right, you know what? Like, let me just keep this window open just to keep an eye out and see what's going on, you know? And so maybe like 30 minutes later, it just so happened to be that I think I heard a basketball being bounced outside. And so I just went and looked at the window. And as I looked at the window there, I saw these 3 kids, not the 5, but the 3 kids walking down the street right in front of our house. And one smartass thought it was a great idea to run up my driveway and go and try and make a shot. But his friends, because like, imagine this. I mean, it's kind of scary, but like, think of it of like a scary movie where you're looking up and you see like a silhouette of a black figure in the window, right? I was that silhouette of the black figure, illuminated by like the white light in the room, just like, you know, sitting there. Because it was like nighttime at this point, like getting dark. And so you just see a black silhouette staring down from the window up top as this boy is running up to the basketball hoop. And as he's running up, his friends look up and they start pointing. They're like, yo, 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 look, 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 look. And as he does, right before he goes up for a layup, he stops and they just start laughing and run off. And at this point, I've had it. I like run downstairs and run outside. I'm trying to find them. And I literally stood outside my house, I think for an hour. And I got bit by mosquitoes all over my body. It was terrible. And I was like so irritated, infuriated. I was like, one, you're on our property playing basketball. Fine. Excusable. Just don't do it again. But two, calling my mom names for no reason. No reason at all. You're the one that's trespassing and now you're calling my mom names who did nothing to you. And then three, you try and come back, man. You try and come back and feel like you're like all sly and stuff and want to make another shot and play on the hoop again. Like, that's where I draw the lines. Like, you did that, but then you came back again. I'm hounding you, man. I'm hounding you. It was ridiculous. I was upset. I wasn't at first. I let it go. But then, man, I was upset. And so the thing I always want to say is like, I was never a goody two shoes when I was little. We'll just put that out there. I was never good at two shoes. I was always doing dumb things. My friends and I. But hey, you're kids. You do dumb things. You enjoy your time as you're little. You pull that stuff nowadays when you're older. That stuff just does not fly. But when you're little, you're like, okay, this dude's, he's little. Whatever. He'll learn. But there's a fine line. You just don't do some of these things that these kids were doing. I've always had respect for my elders, you know, even though I got in fights and stuff like that. It's just like, not physical fights, you know, like verbal fights and stuff like that. I always still had respect for my elders. I never called like names and stuff like that. It's just like, what right mind do you think you are in to say those kind of things, you know? And like go into someone else's property that you don't know. You know what I mean? We did dumb things, you know? We went onto people's properties, but they were our friends' properties. You know, we TP'd houses. We did things like that, whatever, you know? I will say, yeah, I was the kind of kid that when ding dong doorbell ditching, you know, that whole deal. But it's all in good fun. You know, we were immature kids, but like to curse at someone like that, so innocent, and to feel like we can trespass on their property again and try to play basketball on the hoop. It's just like, who do you think you are, man? Who are you? And it's not just these kids. I've noticed, like, I feel in today's society, like, kids, talk about kids as if I'm not young myself, but like teenagers, I feel like they have like a different ego and mentality and just like aura around them that they just feel so entitled and above everyone else. Like, whoever thought eating Tide Pods was a good idea? Who came up with that dumb idea? Show me that kid. Who thought it was a good idea to eat Tide Pods? Like, come on. I feel like these kids these days are just big attention people and don't think what they're doing. I'm trying to think of like the craziest things that were going around in like my time when I was in high school, but I don't think anything came close to eating Tide Pods. Like, what? Crazy, man. Crazy. It's just those kind of things, you know? And then you're going to run around cursing at elder people. I don't want to call my mom old, but older people, not elder people, older people. And I don't know. I just think it's so funny. I want to ask you, like, am I the only one that's thinking like that? I hope I'm not alone in this, but I feel like this day and age, kids are getting a little more, I just want to put, how do I put this nicely? They're just getting a little more, they're not maturing. No, I won't even say they're maturing. They're just being dumb. They're just being straight up dumb. I just don't get it. I do not get it, man. Is something in the water? I don't know. Am I drinking that same water? I hope not, because I don't want to be doing what they're doing. Because that is ridiculous. So that's my little story of today. My little spiel of how kids these days are, I don't know, they surprise me. As much of a crazy kid as I was and rebellious younger child and doing dumb things with my friends all the time, it was all in good fun, but it was never, I don't know. I don't think I'm being ridiculous, but you tell me. I don't know. We were being crazy in a respectful way. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's what got me a little triggered this weekend. Those be the kind of kids that will be eating Tide Pods. 100%. You're pulling some dumb things like that, you're for sure eating Tide Pods. Don't get me wrong, I'm not upset anymore. I was momentarily at that time when it happened. But now I'm just looking back and thinking about it like, man, what has this generation come to? My generation was one thing. I can't even think of like what weird things we did. I mean, as far as like ding dong ditching people's houses and TPing, like no one really does that anymore. But like those kind of things, that was the extent of what I feel what we did. It's like each generation has to one up the next one. Or the one before, I mean. Like, ding dong ditching, TPing. Wow, that's child's play. Let me one up you, and I'm gonna bet you a Tide Pod. I bet you won't even eat a Tide Pod, huh? And you know what? One kid took that bet, ate that Tide Pod, and started a trend. Ridiculous trend. I hope a lot of you that are watching are not as crazy as the people that I'm mentioning right now. If you are, well, I hope it didn't offend you. It's just people that bother me. And it's just something that I needed to bring up and just say out there and put these kids on blast and put kids on blast that kind of do these kind of things. Just because it just doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, we're done eating. I'm done ranting. It wasn't a rant. It was just a little discussion. Let's put it that way. It's a little discussion for me and you. Because I'm over it. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all this stuff. So, anyways, we had Potbelly on a lighter note. Everything was freaking amazing. The broccoli cheddar, you can't go wrong with that. The mac and cheese was super creamy with the chili and bacon was perfect. And then these two sandwiches, quality, even though they were not that big, quality was amazing. So if you have a Potbelly in your area, definitely go try it out. But yeah, that's it for this mukbang. If you enjoyed this video, always go down below and smash that thumbs up button. And if you're new to my channel and have yet to subscribe, also go down below and hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it to be notified when I'm posting my next video. And with that, as always, I hope all of you are having a wonderful day and a beautiful week. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace.